Welcome to Wrestling News Mania, your go-to source for all the latest wrestling updates. We've got an action-packed lineup for you today, covering some of the biggest stories in the wrestling world. From Dave Bautista reaffirming his WWE retirement to MVP giving us an update on his health, we'll also dive into Rey Mysterio's reflections on his infamous eye-popping incident and a possible major rematch with his son, Dominic Mysterio. Plus, we'll take a look at Jacob Fatu's status ahead of WWE's Bash in Berlin, updates on AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura amidst their WWE SmackDown absences. And finally, Booker T's take on Ricochet's move to AEW. Dave Bautista reaffirms WWE retirement. Bautista officially ended his wrestling career in 2019 after a legendary match against his longtime mentor, friend, and rival, Triple H, at WWE WrestleMania 35. This match was quietly his retirement match, fulfilling his long-held desire to go out on his own terms. Bautista had always wanted his final match to be against Triple H, the man who brought him into WWE and helped launch his career into superstardom. Their relationship dates back to the early 2000s when they teamed up as part of the Evolution stable, and their rivalry culminated at WrestleMania 21, where Bautista cemented his status as a main eventer by winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, don't expect to see another Bautista bomb in the ring ever again. In a recent conversation with Chris Van Vliet during the Killer's Game press junket, Dave Bautista reaffirmed that he's done with wrestling, stating that he doesn't want to tarnish the ending to his career. He said, "I was really proud of it. It was the way I wanted to go out. It was like a dream for me. It's so perfect. It's such a romantic way. Wrestlers don't get to choose the way they go out. I did. I went out on my own terms, the way I wanted, with the guy I wanted to go out with. I will never tarnish that." Since his retirement match in April 2019, Bautista has not appeared on WWE programming, and his last opponent, Triple H, has also retired due to heart complications. Bautista also shared, "It's not that I don't miss it. I miss the crowd. I miss the energy of the crowd. I dream about walking out and hearing my entrance music. But I know if I do that, I would just tarnish my storybook ending, and I'm just not willing to do it." He emphasized that he wanted to end his career on his own terms, with a match and nothing more. MVP issues update on his health following WWE departure. MVP is moving on to the next chapter of his life after parting ways with WWE alongside Bobby Lashley earlier this month. The plan appears to be rebuilding the Hurt Business stable, possibly through AEW or even another promotion. MVP, who has a long history with WWE dating back to 2005, made a return in 2020, and he played a significant role in establishing the Hurt Business faction. Recently, MVP made an unexpected appearance at Bloodsport's Hex 1 and challenged Josh Barnett to a future match. On Instagram, MVP revealed that he had undergone stem cell treatment for his knee and is no longer in pain, signaling that he's gearing up for what's next. Rey Mysterio reflects on infamous eye-popping incident at WWE Extreme Rules 2020. WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio recently spoke about the infamous eye-popping incident from WWE Extreme Rules 2020. During the pandemic era, Mysterio was in a heated feud with Seth Rollins, and the two faced off in an eye-for-an-eye match that ended with Mysterio's eyeball appearing to hang out of its socket. Speaking with Sam Roberts at the Fanatics Fest, Rey opened up about the moment, calling it silly in hindsight. "You kind of have to look at it from an outside point of view. We were going through a pandemic. We didn't have fans inside the building. We were doing something very different. So, I've always been game with whatever it is that we want to create next. I'm in. Just explain to me how we can make it come across where it makes sense, and at the end of the day, it is TV. We know it's not reality, but overall, the way it was explained. Now, it sounds funny, sounds silly. At the time, it sounded probably sillier." Mysterio shared that he was open to anything and wanted to push through the moment, regardless of how it would be perceived later on. Rey Mysterio ready for major stipulation in a future rematch with Dominic Mysterio. The Mysterio family drama might not be over yet. Rey Mysterio and his son, Dominic Mysterio, are currently tied in their head-to-head record, with each scoring 2 pinfall victories. Speaking to Comic Book at Fanatics Fest in NYC, Rey raised the stakes for a potential future rematch by saying he's willing to put his mask on the line. He added, "And he loves his mullet so much, so I would be expecting for him to put his mullet on the line. That, or his Dirty Sanchez mustache." With the current situation on Raw, it seems fans may soon get to witness another epic showdown between father and son. Injured WWE star appears to be healed ahead of Bash in Berlin. During WWE SummerSlam weekend, Jacob Fatu teamed up with Bloodline member Tama Tonga to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. Unfortunately, Fatu suffered a foot injury during the match, which left him sidelined. However, recent developments suggest that Fatu is on the road to recovery. He recently appeared on WWE SmackDown, where he delivered some serious damage to Roman Reigns, despite his injury. WWE is heading to Berlin, Germany, this week for WWE Bash in Berlin, where we'll see Gunther defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton, and CM Punk and Drew McIntyre continue their heated feud. Fatu was also seen accompanying his Bloodline members in Oberhausen, Germany, without his boot, sparking speculation that he might be cleared to compete soon. Update on AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura amidst WWE SmackDown absences. Fans have been wondering where AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura have been, as both superstars have been absent from WWE television for some time. AJ Styles last appeared at Clash at the Castle in June, while Nakamura hasn't been seen since April 22nd. According to a new report, both Styles and Nakamura are healthy and have been working live events during their TV absence. They've already traveled to Europe ahead of WWE Bash in Berlin and are expected to participate in the tour. The report also mentions that Bayley, who hasn't been seen since her loss at SummerSlam, is also healthy and working the European tour. AJ Styles updated fans on his future in Japan following WWE tour. AJ Styles recently returned to Japan for a series of events, including a crossover match with Pro Wrestling Noah and WWE's live event tour. Styles has a storied history in Japan, where he was a member of the Bullet Club and a two-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion. In a WWE YouTube video, Styles hinted that this recent tour might be his last in Japan. He explained the significance of wearing a mask during his entrances, a tradition he's maintained since his Bullet Club days, and suggested that this could be the last time fans see him perform in Japan. WWE figure backs Ricochet's AEW switch. At All In, Ricochet made a surprise appearance in the Casino Gauntlet match, which was eventually won by Christian Cage. Ricochet left WWE in July after letting his contract expire, and it's believed he has signed a multi-year deal with AEW. He's set to face Kyle Fletcher on the August 28th episode of Dynamite. Booker T weighed in on Ricochet's move during his Hall of Fame podcast, expressing that Ricochet might be better suited to AEW's style than WWE's. Booker said, "I'm glad to see Ricochet have a soft landing. Kid could work, man. He's definitely an extraordinary talent. He's definitely a next-level talent. I just feel like he fits a whole lot better in an AEW-like system better than WWE's system." But he got a chance to do the WWE thing, and that's the one thing a lot of guys wonder about in the business that haven't gotten to do the WWE thing. That's all for today's episode of Wrestling News Mania. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay updated with all the latest wrestling news. I'll see you next time with more exciting updates. Until then, keep cheering and stay wrestling crazy.